On to a CNBC-TV18 exclusive blaming the SVB crisis on poor risk management. Girish Mathrubootham, the co-founder and CEO of Freshworks, said SVB-like situation can have a cascading effect mainly on the banking system. He also added, he spoke to our colleague Jude Sanith on the sidelines of the completion of his passion project, FC Madras Academy. Take a look.
Only fair to say it's definitely a dream come true moment. And FC Madras has been one of my passion projects. It's the charity that I run for youth football, especially kids under the age groups of 13 and 15. So we started this sometime in 2017 where we wanted to create some infrastructure for the children to have like good playing facilities. We started small, renting out a ground in Thorepakam, Chennai, and while that itself was a very happy place for the children and the parents, and we thought, okay, why not really create something truly world-class? We've been working on this project for more than 2 years. I would say it's record time in 2 years from buying the land to what we see here.
What kind of investment did you put into this facility? And, you know, I know it's not as simple as an investment and return game, but what do you really expect out of that investment? And what is that investment to begin with?
See, I truly believe the purpose of money is to serve society. Like we are probably completed, I would say, phase 1 of the project. We spent a little over 100 crores. Again, when I say we, it's my personal charity that is funding all of this. So the charity will take care of all the 55, currently we have 55 children in the Elite program. We are ramping it up to 75 by June. So the entire expenses for the children in terms of their football training, in terms of their education, their accommodation, food, everything is taken care of by the charity. So the capex is done from me on a personal basis, and we have bigger plans. We have to now get this self-sustaining to be operational. And
shifting focus very quickly to where we find ourselves today in the startup ecosystem. There's been a period of downtime, so to speak, even as this winter of startup funding really has been spoken of a great deal. It's been gone on for more than a year and a few months right now. Do you see light at the end of the tunnel really with regard to where we find ourselves today in the startup ecosystem?
See, I always believe that these are cycles, right? See, if you call this a winter, then what would you call 2020 and 2021? That is super summer, super long summers, right? So we had a lot of money being available. So if you compare with that, yes, it's winter. If I compare with 2010 when Freshworks was founded, I think this is not winter. This is spring and summer, because like, you know, most VCs wouldn't even come to Chennai in 2011 or 2010. So I think these are cycles.
Absolutely. But, you know, given the fact that events like the SVB crisis that have recently come about, I know for a fact that you are sufficiently insulated against it. In fact, the press release said that you'd hedged your, you know, deposits, so you weren't entirely reliant on SVB. But the fact that this has taken place at this time and place where we're already in a dark space, is there a sense of concern or worry that should this happen in one bank, it could possibly happen again, and a black swan event like this could perhaps see more such smaller events worsening what is already a dark situation?
Yeah, no, what happened with SVB was really crazy. And again, to be clear, it was not, I think it was probably, you would say, poor risk management on their part, right? Because all their investments are in bonds, which are supposed to be safe. The only thing is it's all long-term, not liquid. So, and this is cascading. As we speak, we are seeing other banks getting impacted. And especially from an Indian startup standpoint, I know so many startups who actually parked all of their funds with SVB because it was so much more easier to open an account, and SVB was friendly.
News has just emerged that you conducted another round of laying off a few employees. The number isn't quite out as yet, but how has that impacted numbers in terms of workforce at the company?
Numbers correctly, like we hired like over 1,800 employees. So we have hired a lot of employees. So, and when you're growing at that pace, sometimes like there are overlapping roles. We do reorganizations for more efficiency. So we are always looking for efficiencies. And sometimes when we see that, we have to kind of make sure we do the right thing for Freshworks.
Right. All right, on that note, it's time for us to take a short break. But coming up next, the Ayurveda company raises 100 crore rupees in a mix of equity and debt. What's the company's fund allocation plan? We'll tell you on the other side. Stay tuned.